Hello, it's Not Bad Cat here on April 9th, 2022 with your weekly Rimworld mod updates and uploads. Rimworld Update 1.3.3326 released this week. There's a few fixes for ideologies, but this update is almost entirely about improvements and fixes when playing Rimworld on a Steam Deck. And April Fools always bring some rather unique mods, but there were plenty of others to give you more control and make your pawns more unique. Let's dive in. Seriously, LEGO Dude 17? This is your April Fool's mod for this year from the Vanilla Expanded team. Vanilla Storytellers Expanded, Rimworld Rick. It randomizes text, textures, and events, and it's really just best to see what the game turns into when you set him as your storyteller. Expanded Materials Bloat by Argon is another April Fool's joke and a little tongue-in-cheek with how excessive we can get with our mod lists. This mod adds 13 new mineable metals: aluminum, beryllium, bismuth, calcium, cobalt, gallium, magnesium, mercury, nickel, palladium, platinum, silicon, and zinc. And unlike other mods that give you plenty of options, you don't need to worry about learning what is unique about them. They all have the same stats. Also, don't expect to find any steel on your map. These metals took up all my visitable ore. If you've played the game Factorial, Pipette Tool by Telardo functions similarly to the Q shortcut. If you have nothing selected and press Q, whatever is at your mouse location will have a designator activated. If your mouse is on a tree, pressing Q will pop up the cut order. Press Q again and it will change to the extract tree order. After that, click or click and drag your mouse to give the order. Something already have an order, like haul? Press Q with the mouse pointer over the object and it will bring up the cancel order. Whether you make armor out of wood or uranium, the weight of the finished armor is always the same. Stuff Mass Matters by Mlie causes stuffable items and structures to change their weight based on what it is stuffed with. Making things out of plasteel is even better for any armor or carried weapons since it's lightweight. The weight is based around the stuff with the highest commonality, so steel plate armor remains 15 kilograms. A great companion to Stuff Mass Matters is Change Stuff Properties, also by Mlie. You might have asked, what is commonality? Well, you ever wonder why you get raids of pawns with mostly steel armor, but rarely made of gold? That's commonality. With this mod, you are able to change the commonality, mass, market value, beauty offset, and beauty multiplier of any stuffable resource. Want to make uranium armor weigh nothing and worth nothing? You can do that. It works with any stuff, including modded content. Rimworld's skin color options are very limited. There is only 6. Misc Melanin by Lugaru adds 20 new skin colors, so there's much more diversity. It won't change the melanin system. Factions will still use the same range, but there's just more options. An expansion of the mod LWM's Deep Storage, Aelanna created Weapon Racks, which gives you 3 1x1 storage shelves with 2, 3, or 4 slots to store your weapons in. Now you can visually see what weapons are stored. Change how they are arranged. Adjust size, position, and alignment in different orientations. Yes, this is compatible with Combat Extended, and Combat Extended ammo can be stored and the arrangement changed. I covered Shenanigans Tribal Tattoos mod on the March 26th episode, and this week comes another tech tattoos. The mod adds 13 different body tattoos and 15 face tattoos with a tech theme. Some of these are color variations. The tattoos work with the mod's facial animation and beautiful bodies. Food Sorting by Kamikaze13 makes it easy to set up stockpiles and food restrictions, especially with mods that add lots of food. Categories include meals, raw food, gluttonous, and kibble. Meals are categorized by their tastiness of awful, simple, fine, or lavish. Quick toggle prisoners for awful meals only, or lavish and gluttonous for the Emperor. Vanilla Factions Expanded Classical by Oskar, Potocki, and the Vanilla Expanded team features a whole host of new everything. Clothing, weapons, armor, drugs, structures, resources, you know, the typical. Let's look at the special stuff. Neron Neolithic is a new storyteller that locks all research to the pre-medieval era. If you start with him, he locks technology above Neolithic and forces only tribal factions and the New Republic factions to spawn. You might still see some high-tech items and quest rewards or loot though. There are 3 new factions, Central, East, and West Republic, each with their own focus. These 3 factions have 5 senators that you can curry favor with to get perks. If you gain a senator's support, they'll live on your map. Keep them alive if you want to keep their favor, or you'll have to woo another senator. Get all 15 senators to support you and become emperor. It also includes the outpost mechanic that you can find in Vanilla Outpost Expanded. It functions very similarly. But one new mechanic I really like is the ability to construct roads. Find a spot you love, but it'll take days to reach another faction because travel is so slow. Speed it up by building roads. It doesn't cost resources, but it does take time and colonists that might otherwise be useful in your colony. That wraps up the mod updates and uploads for this week of April 9th, 2022. If you're interested in any of these mods, you can find links to them in my description. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss next week's episode. I'm Not Bad Cat, and I'll see you next week.